Do you know which words your cat actually understands? Most pet owners assume their cat only reacts to the rustle of a snack bag or the pop of a can lid. But surprising research out of Japan revealed that cats pick up on specific words used in everyday conversation. One of those words, one nearly every owner gets wrong, could be quietly chipping away at your cat's trust. Here's what the science actually says. 1. They recognize their own name. Have you ever called your cat's name, watched them glance your way, and then stroll off unbothered? It's easy to assume they didn't hear you, but they did. A 2019 study led by researcher Otsuko Saito at Sophia University in Tokyo demonstrated that cats can tell their own name apart from similar-sounding words and even from the names of other cats. The results were clear. Cats genuinely recognize the word assigned to them. So why don't they always respond? Because cats operate on choice, not obedience. Dogs were selectively bred over centuries to follow commands. Cats were not. When your cat hears their name, they run a quick internal calculation. Is responding worth it right now? If their name has historically been followed by something enjoyable like a meal, playtime, or a cuddle, they're more inclined to show up. If it usually means a car ride to the vet, expect a blank stare. The takeaway: your cat isn't ignoring you out of ignorance. They're making a deliberate decision. What happens after you say their name matters more than the word itself. 2. They know what no means, but not how you think. Watch a cat freeze mid-scratch on the couch the moment you say no. It looks like comprehension. And in a way, it is, but the mechanism behind it might surprise you. Cats don't respond to the word no the way humans process language. What they're actually responding to is tone, volume, and emotional intensity. A sharp, abrupt sound creates a stress signal. Over repeated exposure, the cat learns. That sound is a warning, and something unpleasant tends to follow. The problem comes when no is overused or delivered with too much force. Instead of learning a boundary, the cat begins associating you with discomfort. The signs are subtle at first, hiding more often, flinching at sudden movements, becoming less likely to approach you on their own. The bond doesn't break all at once. It erodes gradually. The most effective approach is to use no rarely, calmly, and just once. A single firm tone, no shouting, no repetition, followed by redirecting the cat toward an acceptable behavior. That's how boundaries get established without damaging trust. 3. They know the word treat. There's one word that can summon your cat from anywhere in the house, at any volume, at any time of day. You already know which word it is. This isn't just a quirky cat behavior. It's a well-documented learning process called classical conditioning. When a specific sound is consistently followed by the same positive outcome, the brain forms a direct link between the two. Sound equals reward. The response becomes nearly automatic over time. What's interesting is that most owners never intentionally trained this. They simply said the word before handing over the snack, repeatedly, and the cat made the connection on their own. Cats are remarkably fast at building these associations when food is the payoff. And the learning doesn't stop at the word. Many cats expand their awareness to include the crinkle of the packaging, the sound of a specific cabinet, or even the particular rhythm of footsteps heading toward the kitchen at a certain hour. They construct an entire chain of cues. The word is just the most recognizable link. 4. They know your other cat's name. Multicat households, pay attention. Have you ever called one cat by name and noticed the other one perk up, look around, or glance toward where the first cat usually sits? It's easy to dismiss as coincidence. Research suggests it isn't. A 2022 study from Kyoto University, led by researcher Saho Takagi, found that cats living in shared households learn to associate the names of their feline companions with the correct individual. To test this, researchers played a cat's name aloud while displaying either the right cat or a different one on a screen. When the image didn't match the name they heard, cats stared at the screen noticeably longer, a recognized behavioral cue indicating that their expectation wasn't met. In other words, they heard a name, anticipated a specific face, and noticed when something didn't add up. No one sat down and taught them this. Cats built this mental map of their household by quietly observing the patterns around them. Who lives here, who belongs to which name, and who usually shows up when that name is spoken. 5. They know what come here means. This one tends to surprise people the most. You say come here from across the room, and your cat actually walks over. It feels like luck. It probably isn't. Cats aren't born understanding that phrase, but through consistent repetition over time, they form an association between those words and everything that follows. You said it, and then they received affection. You said it, and then they ended up somewhere cozy and safe. You said it, and the experience that followed was worth having. That pattern, repeated hundreds of times, creates genuine recognition. But what makes come here distinct from the other words on this list is what it represents. Treat is tied to hunger. No is tied to avoidance. Come here is tied to the relationship itself. When your cat hears those words and chooses to walk toward you, they're not following an order. They're acting on accumulated trust. Every positive experience that followed that phrase has told them that coming to you is a safe and worthwhile thing to do. That's a meaningful thing to sit with. Your cat has been quietly learning your language all along, not to obey you, but because they've been paying attention to you. And that's a kind of intelligence that deserves a lot more credit than cats usually get.